So we've gone over how to make a Genius playlist, which is this one right here. It has a little atomic sign next to it. And this one, iTunes will create a playlist for us based on one song. The other one was a manual playlist like this one, and it's blue, has a little note icon in it, and these are created manually by dragging songs into it. But what if we want to create a playlist automatically, but based on our criteria? Well, we make those by creating a smart playlist, and you can make those by going to your File menu, New Smart Playlist, or using your Command Control N combination, or what I like to do is to hover over your plus sign on the bottom left. Notice it says create a playlist, but if I hold down the option key, it switches to create a smart playlist. So now I'm holding it down. I can just click on it, and instead of a new playlist instantly, I'm presented by the smart playlist menu, and here I can create the criteria or set the criteria for this playlist. Notice that there's a little checkbox here that says match the following rule. So we want it to match the following rule, and I have all sorts of different data I can pick from here, and I'm going to start with, let's make sure that it is of a certain rating. Now, I might have mentioned before in a different video that I like to rate my music, and you can rate your music from 0 to 5 stars. So let's make sure that it's been rated and it is greater than 3 stars. So I want it to be really good. So if the song is greater than 3 stars, and let's pick a genre, and the genre is, I'm going to start typing alternative music. Notice alternative fills itself in as I continue typing, so I only typed in alter and it found alternative. So if the genre is alternative, and let's pick something else here, the year is greater than, let's say, 2004. So now I have the following criteria. I want it to be greater than 3 stars, I want it to be alternative music, and I want it to be from 2004 on. Now I have the option to limit the amount of songs in that playlist. Let's say I don't want any more than 40 songs. I can also change whether I want it to be a certain number of minutes, hours, certain size in megabytes or gigabytes, or individual songs, which I'm going to leave it on. And I can ask it to select by a certain criteria as well. So do I want them to pick randomly? Since I might have 200 songs that match this criteria, it wants to know whether I want the highest rating, which I've already indicated I want it to be more than 3 stars, so neither one of these would make sense. How about the ones most recently played or played most often? That would make more sense. So the ones that I play most often, that are 3 stars or greater, alternative music, 2004 and up. Now, do you recall I mentioned in the first video that we can check our songs? These little check boxes here, I can turn them on and off. So I can tell it only include the song if it has a checkbox clicked. And this is a really important one, live updating. This means that any time that I add a new song, I want this playlist to consider it to add it to the playlist. So, for example, if I uncheck this limit of 40 items and click on OK, any time that there's a song that matches this criteria, it will be added to this playlist. So let's go ahead and hit OK. So keep in mind, I did not limit the number of songs that can be added to this playlist. I'll hit OK. Notice that it gives it, by default, the name alternative. I can change that. I'll call it My Fave Alternative. So this is my favorite alternative music, and only 16 songs match that criteria. Only 16 were 3 stars or greater. So let's click on a couple of these. Alright, so alternative music and one of my favorites. I'm going to pause that. Now let's say that I want to edit this. All I need to do is either control click or right click on my mouse and select to edit smart playlist. Now let's say that I thought 16 songs is not enough. Let me lower my criteria. Let's lower it to 2 stars or greater. Let's select OK. Now I have 31 songs. So you get the idea. I could change this to really do just about anything. Let's make one more. I'm going to hold down my Option key, click to create a new playlist, and this time I want the year to be in the range of 1970 to 1979, and I want it to be only rock music. So I'll go to genre, and the genre is, I'll start typing rock by selecting ROC. Alright, fills in the rest for me. I want to live update this song and only match the songs that have a checkbox next to it. Alright, now I can limit it to a certain number of songs, again to 40 items for example, and only my highest rated songs, but I'm not going to. I don't want to limit it at all. So I'll hit OK. Now notice it says rock by default, but I'm going to click right to the front of that and type 70s rock. So now anytime I import music that happens to be rock music, that also happens to be recorded during the 1970s, it will be added to this playlist automatically. I do not have to spend time organizing my playlist, and this is fantastic. I love this. Here's a good Bob Dylan song. Now I can go back and edit this again and select, you know what, that's too many songs. 243 songs is too much. Let's add a rating criteria. Let's make sure the rating is greater than 3 stars. And boom, now we're really narrowing it down to the best of the 70s by a long shot, from 243 to 5. So that's how you make a smart playlist, and really just go through there, play a lot with the criteria, and you'll be able to fine tune it no problem.